Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time I'm coming to you. Welcome to Nasage, where it's all about patriotism for country and people, for the betterment of the Mother Ghana. Welcome. Please do remember to like the video, hit the bell for notification for new um, inputs from Country and People Point. Today, I'm going to just go through a report that was carried by the Fourth Estate on abandoned projects. Something that I thought to talk about because this is not the first time projects have been abandoned by a particular government because the project was started by a previous government. So I've decided to talk about it. And if you will all be honest with yourself and come off your partisan horses and look around, you will notice that this report about abandoned hospitals, district hospitals, military hospitals, are not the only projects that have been abandoned. Road networks has been abandoned all over the place. And I thought we should talk about it from Country and People Point because these are some of the reasons for infrastructural deficit. Because most of these projects are fundings from loans that now accumulate up to 351.8 million as of December 2021. From the last quarter into the new quarter, it's already gone beyond that anyway. So these are some of the facts that has been brought out. But I think that for us to have a consistent progress, development, infrastructural uptake, then there's a need for a bill that prevents governments from refusing to progress viable projects that are beneficial to country and people without any justifiable reason, sake for the fact that the project was started by a previous government. It seems to me like because there seems to me like there is some benefit in each government starting a project. Whatever that benefit is, procurement benefit, I am not sure, but this has been the trend since the Fourth Republic. Not only this current sitting government, NDC has done it, MPP has done it over and over again. Whenever they all come into power, they suddenly stop projects, viable projects, across board. All the sectors, this happens. But this time round, some of these projects, as you will see in the video on the right side of me, those are some of the sorry states of some of the projects costing millions and millions of taxpayers' money, loans that have been taken and interest are being paid. If you listen to my previous video, it is said that 50% of revenue is used to pay interest on those loans. Yet the infrastructures are left in the bush to rot away. That is the mismanagement we are talking about. It doesn't matter which government is there. Do we need these hospitals? Yes. Do we need these road networks? Yes. Have the project gone to an extent where it is seeing the light of finishing? Yes. Personally, I can't wrap my head around the fact that this is beneficial to this community, this region, this district. Yet a government that has promised, even this current government has promised one district, one hospital. So why didn't they complete the projects that were there before they took office? I thought to talk about it. But then look at some of the facts. As you will see, I'll mention them and you will see the state of those hospitals. Some are near completion. And I'll put the link of this report by the Fourth Estate for you to read for yourself. That how are we ever going to have sufficient infrastructure in all the sectors as far as country and people is concerned if our governments will continue to behave in this manner where they abandon projects because it was not initiated by them? Even though it's viable, it is important, it is for the upkeep of country and people. So this is some of the list of as a matter of fact, from the report, I'm just going to summarize it. I'll leave the link there for you to read it. But I thought to talk about the fact that this trend of government comes, government goes, and suddenly just stop very important, viable projects because it was not started by them, is uncalled for, is unacceptable, and that is the reason for infrastructural deficit as far as a country is concerned. First hospital that is abandoned, Kumau District Hospital, has a land that has been set aside 86.12 acres of land. The funding that was allocated for this project was $38.8 million, right? Was set aside. And that started in 2014. And we're in 2022 and the project is not complete. The expected completion date at the time of the start of the project was 2017. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years out, the project is still not completed. And a lot of money has gone into, of course, as you can see, the photographs coming up, which I took from the Fourth Estate website. You should see how far these projects have gone. Yet, for whatever reason, it's been left. The current state is that this was reported by Akufo-Addo, an investigative journalist, this particular one. And no much, according to the current state of that hospital, the Kumau District Hospital, no much activities on site, some structures collapsed, new ones under construction. Who does that? We put so much money into the project, leave it to collapse, and then go and source loans and start a new one. This, I would say, is malfeasance. It's not good for country and people. It's not good for the government coffers. The next on the list is Fomena District Hospital. It also started 2014. The funding that was allocated was $175 million. It got stopped. The government came in and then they reallocated $40 million in 2019 after a lot of talks, attention raised by media. So media attention was in, that was in 2019. So and that particular project, this Fomena District Hospital, it is said that only 5% work is left for the hospital to be completed, for it to become fully functional hospital. Yet it's been left. You think on that. Irrespective of the fact that the president, the current sitting president, President Akufo-Addo, the joint petition by some media groups as of August 2018, where he then talked about it and pledged that the project will be completed. As of today, the project is not completed. The next hospital, Afari Military Hospital. This is also another hospital that is left. As you can see the photographs in the video, it's also left. And from an anonymous person, it is said that this project would have been completed if government would prioritize people over politics. It's not like we have sufficient medical facilities. These facilities are needful. It's not like, oh, Ghana is so developed whereby we just want to dazzle our beauty one more time and then we are building some state-of-the-art hospital just to show our excellence. These are necessities. Who does that? You take a loan to build a structure or start a business. You start a business and then you lift it. You just abandon it and you take loan, you start another one. Not like these, the various governments that come and go. It's not like they abandon the projects and not starting new projects. They abandon the projects irrespective of how much has been spent, taxpayers' money, loan monies in the name of country and people. They abandon them and go ahead and start new ones. And if they don't finish it, another government comes and abandon theirs too. So you can see where the 351.80 billion is. Abandoned projects, road networks. You go on the Accra Aplau road, you will see towards Aplau on the left side, flats that were started by one government and now left in the bush and is overgrown with weeds. At the point, I think there was a report of some activist group has forcefully moved some homeless people into it. Something I personally will question, because if we have to move people into those structures, it needs to be done in a structured way. But anyway, that's the story state of those flats. Affordable flats, they are called. Colorful. By the side of the road. And so this is what is actually affecting the infrastructural deficit in our country across board, all the sectors. All the developed countries in quote, they complete their projects. And one thing I would like to say at this point is that I don't blame them, because all our politicians, they are above board as far as earning is concerned. When we consider what the national minimum wage is, they earn way, way, way above any ordinary Ghanaian. And they have these funds available for them to travel abroad for their medical checkups. Even most recently, the Speaker of Parliament was in Dubai. Why would they complete hospitals when they have means to care for themselves and their family? And we, the country, should be concerned and be calling them out that this is unacceptable. The ordinary Ghanaian cannot buy a plane ticket, not to talk of pay medical fee abroad. This is not good. It's unacceptable by all standards. And it's not only this sitting government. They all do it. And I want to ask the Speaker of Parliament, you went to Dubai to care for yourself. If Dubai would have left their projects uncompleted, abandoned because of change of leadership or whatever, would you have been able to enjoy the facility they offer you? What is our thought process like? What is our mentality and mindset like as leaders of our country? You are all comfortable to fly out of the country to enjoy facilities that some other countries have managed to complete. They completed their project. That's why those facilities are there for you to enjoy. How many ministers in Britain flies out to anywhere to be cared for? In America, Japan, China. Because they see to it that their projects that are needful for the people and themselves is completed. These are politics of blame games rather than performance. Needs to be called to question. This contract was signed by the Moses Eurogot that Investor SA, EDI, in 2008. In 2008. That is the Afari Military Hospital. You can look at the photographs as you've seen them pass by on the video. Look at them. They are in almost completed state. This is beyond negligence. This is wickedness. And that the funding was $180 million. Project, even though the contract was awarded in 2008, the project got started in 2014. And as of March 2022, the project is still not completed. Think on that. Then Ashanti Regional Hospital, funding for that was 64 million. The next is Garu Tempani District Hospital in the northern region. Upper East, Upper West, one of those. The current state is the development site is locked up. No signs of works going on. And this was reported by Redeemer Boachi as of March 2022. So you can see why our medical facilities, our Ministry of Health, the woefully inadequate facilities we have is as a result of negligence and abandoning of big projects that will be of service to our beloved mother Ghana and her people. What kind of leadership behavior is that? Then we have the Takoradi European Hospital upgrade. Funding that was allocated was $175 million. What is the current state? As of March 2022, it is stalled. The project is stalled. The project is in two phases, the hospital and then hospital accommodation for the staff. It's all been stalled, as you can see in the video. And the project it started in 2015. No, that project is stalled. Then we go to Abetifi District Hospital. That started in 2015. It got stalled in 2016 due to change of government. Why? The general overview given is it is near completion. The current state, it is deteriorating. After putting so much money into the project, it's been left there uncompleted to deteriorate. This is malfeasance. This is mismanagement in the highest degree. Investigation says that the project is stalled due to an investigation into some financial malpractices. Other people say it is due to government's inability to pay the contractor. This is the overview, and if you will look around Ghana, you will see a lot of abandoned projects started by one government, and the other one comes installing road networks. Of course, I know of one, the Peki Bon Peki Bando Road. Is it left? It's been done beautifully up to a point when the change of government happened and the project got stalled. And it's in a sorry state. To drive from Accra to Bando, a journey that could have been about 3.5 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Because it's not only potholes, they are manholes. I drove on it myself. And these are not hearsay. I've seen it myself. Westings are on that road. Anyway, I talked about it. And we need our parliament. The Speaker of Parliament who travels abroad to enjoy his medical facilities because he's paid well. Unlike an ordinary Ghanaian on the street who do not have that privilege and advantage to go abroad, should do something about it. He and his colleagues in the parliament should do something about it. Pass a law, pass some sort of instrument, governmental instrument, regulation that prevents change of government resulting in the stalling of projects that are viable, important, and needful for the country and people. Talk about it. And he should remember, and all of his colleagues and all the ministers who fly abroad and the MPs who fly abroad to take care of themselves and their family, those countries that they go to, if they should have left their projects abandoned, would they have benefited? Think on that. This is non-partisan issue. And if you are still driven by partisan issues, sitting on your partisan horses and losing the consciousness of your mind as a Ghanaian that these things are necessities, going beyond the barriers of party, then something is definitely wrong with you. And then our political leaders will continue to play us. And we should not be expecting any massive developmental changes. Till I come your way, God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic. And please do remember to share the video with other loving Ghana-loving Ghanaians. We hope for the better. We need a renewal of mindset and mentality when it comes to country. God bless you.